Welcome to Home Team Advantage. I'm Gary Giambetti along with Mike Egan. And we
Isn't
have
it
our,
nice that you always got a little chuckle when we start the
yeah,
show?
because you always whisper in my ear, what's the name of the show? Because you think I'm going to forget it, but I'm not that, I don't have dementia or Alzheimer's setting in yet.
Say what?
Yet. Yet. But,
I'm just glad I'm on the hearing aid side.
yes, yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of
You are older than I am.
good-looking people,
Yeah,
huh?
we have our two Christmas, what do you want to call them? Our mascots, our
mascots,
Christmas
yes.
mascots with us today. So we hope you enjoy it. And,
I think you should wear a hat like that when you're walking around town.
well,
Well, flip the tassel.
Yeah,
No, flip the tassel.
yeah.
This
flip it.
one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. Flip it over.
I'm not going to tell you what that reminds me of. Pull it back.
Yeah. Can't see her face.
There we go. Somehow that's going to fall over again.
Ta-da.
But no, I guess we'll wish everyone a Merry Christmas at the end of the
Yes.
show. But let's just do that now and hope everyone has a Merry Christmas and happy holidays. And
Well, this is serious. Sip slowly. Contents are delicious.
guess what?
Life is short. Stay awake for it. That's our unofficial official
Sponsor, Caribou Coffee.
Smells like peppermint.
It's peppermint. It's a ho-ho mint.
Hoo, hoo, hoo.
Yeah, I've had that here before, so
Yeah.
it's not a surprise. But
Okay, who do you want to start with?
oh boy,
High school?
yeah, we'll start with high school sports like we're supposed to do.
Yep.
That's why we actually have this show. Surprised we're not canceled.
Somebody's got to do it.
Yet.
They said that 9 years ago.
I know.
How you
Is that
cancel those
amazing
guys?
that we're 9 years older now? Whoops.
That worked.
Which one do? Well, we go boys hockey. We'll start with boys hockey.
Let's start with the successful one.
Oh, that.
They're all successful.
Yeah, no, that's his. That don't come at me with
I
that.
meant to say the undefeated ones.
Well,
Nobody
no,
has
they
that.
they aren't undefeated because they lost to Shakopee 4-2, but then they came back with that I believe 5-2 win over Grand Rapids, and then they took on Totino Grace and beat Totino 5-0. Very a scoreless first, and 5 goals in the second, and then a scoreless third. So congratulations to the boys hockey team.
And why can't this team get the credit it deserves? I mean, they play Grand Rapids, and everybody in Grand Rapids, the only reason they beat us because our goalie left and went to play juniors.
Yeah, well, because
Give the team some credit.
Because they can't, nobody can stand. I'm sorry, but nobody can stand when Hibbing's actually good in something.
No.
They can't. It's just hard for people to fathom, evidently. But this has been a big hockey hub here for a long time, and yeah, we had the success of like Hermantown? No, but now we have some, and it's just it rubs people the wrong way.
And a lot of it comes down to every other year you have a class that comes through that has 6 or 7 good athletes in it, and fortunately for Hibbing, they've got some younger kids, and that class is coming through now, and they're successful. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a lot of the kids won the Pee Wee and
And
the
the
Bantam.
Bantam state tournaments when they
So-
were growing up. That does not guarantee success unless
No.
you work hard.
Yeah.
And these kids have obviously worked hard and they want to achieve it. A lot of their goals are to win a state tournament this year.
Good.
And I hope that's in the back of their mind every time they work out or practice or
Lift weights.
lift weights, play. I mean, remember that because it's not guaranteed. You just can't sit there and, maybe some teams it's guaranteed. Like one of the teams we played last year in the state tournament in the first round, it's probably guaranteed for them because there's nobody else in that part of the state
Right.
that's,
I'm going to compete with them.
yeah. So, but up here it's different. And there's a lot of teams that want to get there, and
Well, competition makes you better, right?
that's right. Now they have Cambridge Isanti tonight, and they'll be playing for the Blue Jacket Cup, which they started about 2 or 3 years ago, I think.
Okay.
And then
Because they're also the
they're-
Blue Jackets.
yes,
Yes.
and then Saturday I believe they have Matamidi here at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock. So that'll be Matamida is ranked high in the
Contest.
state as well, so that'll be a good game to go view. Then they have some tough games coming up over Christmas break. I don't know who first offhand because I haven't looked at the schedule. I just glanced at it earlier, but there's some tough teams. I think Delano is one of the teams. I'm not sure who I know, but I know they have Wayzata coming up here at home. But that might be the first of the year or somewhere in the new year.
Because they don't have the Christmas tournaments anymore.
No, there's no Christmas tournaments, boys or girls basketball or hockey.
Yep.
So, but we do have. I know there's. I probably should look that up, but right now, I don't want to waste time trying to find that.
Why,
schedule.
we do for a half hour.
Well, yeah, we waste a lot of people's time. So get out and watch this team play because it's exciting to see them play.
Yes. Good.
Girls hockey, unfortunately, took an 8-1 loss to Rock Ridge the other night. But but more importantly, I was at Monday.
Monday night.
They have International Falls here, and they are having their 25th anniversary celebration. So hopefully that they get a lot of
Returning.
returning alumni to come back and take part in that evening before the game. Obviously, I think it starts. What do we say at 6:30?
And that's the 25th year anniversary of the team starting.
Starting, yes, because they started in '95.
Yep.
I believe, and they didn't win. They won the state title in '96, so that would be next year if they want
Correct.
to celebrate that team. But this is just the overall program starting in 1995. I believe I just had a text out to Amber Fricklin because I believe she's one of the organizers
Oh, nice.
of it. So, and I see she just got back to me. So hopefully I'll be talking to her about what it took to get this set up. So
Good. Be nice to see. She's at Bemidji.
Bemidji, she's a head coach of the BSU women
Yep.
hockey team. So yeah, hopefully she wants to talk to me. I haven't looked at it yet. I don't know if she's going to say yes or no, but we'll see. But yeah, that's so that we'll leave it at that with the girls. So be there Monday night, and hopefully I like to see. I know they won't get everybody, but I hope a lot of them come back.
Yeah.
To take part in that because they were groundbreaking, really.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I know that it started. Girls hockey I think started the first year was '94, and Hibbing took a year before Hibbing could get not muster up a team because there was obviously the
Yeah,
interest.
Back then, Mayor Hajduk was the coach. Is that correct? I know he coached the girls at one
He
time.
may have been. He did, but he wasn't back then. He was more, I think, working with the boys program,
Oh, okay.
and that Jay Norman was the first coach.
Okay, that's right. Yeah.
Of that first team, and Jim Madsey had a lot to do with that. He might have been there too, but I know Jane was the first head coach,
Yep. Okay.
and then I think it went into I think Pat Rendell.
Remember Pat was there?
Yeah, I
remember
think that was his. He took over the second year, and
And he's over in Rapids now, or
well, no, he's somewhere on the West Range. I think he might be a superintendent or they're a principal somewhere right now. I know I haven't run into him lately, but it'll be nice. Hopefully he comes back, and hopefully Richie Bryant was a coach.
Yep.
Pete was the coach. See, I don't like listing because now I'm not going to remember. And obviously now Philip McDonald is the coach.
Yeah. Well, as far as I know, as far as you know, you were a coach, but you don't remember.
Yeah, I don't. But I know I never coached hockey, so they don't have to worry about me being there. I'll be there as a.
But that's at 6:30, Ron?
I would be there at 6.
6 o'clock. 6 o'clock Monday.
Yeah, well, they'll be setting up, and I'm
Yep.
sure they'll have maybe a social time or something
Yep.
before they start it and all that. But
Nice.
yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be a fun thing. Boys basketball last weekend went to Stewartville, which unfortunately had a
Shooting.
school
incident.
shooting incident the day before they played, I believe. But they took part in the game. It was in Benilde St. Margaret's, but I think Minnehaha Academy is in Benilde, is wherever.
Well,
Unless it
Benilde
was-
St. Margaret's is in
It's a
St. Louis
school.
Park, because
All
I
right.
went to school there
Oh.
when it was Benilde.
Hoity-toity.
Yeah.
Private
That's why
school.
and I left. When I was a sophomore, they didn't know if they're going to be financially stable to stay open. So they gave you a choice. Either leave or stick around and take a chance. I said, well, there's girls at Robbinsdale. I'm going to Robbinsdale.
Wow.
Because it was just an all-boys school at the
Oh,
time.
all right.
Benel, yeah.
Yeah. But they ended up losing 74-70. The only thing I really heard about it was that they missed
Excuse
some
me.
free throws.
I don't want to interrupt. Could you play that back? Because I just think he just said they lost 74-70.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, you remembered.
Yeah, well, I remember that. Yeah. Thank you.
Or if you're calling Hibbing first, they lost 70.
Yeah.
70-74. They lost. They lost the game, put it that way. But I heard that they had missed a few free throws, which maybe would have put them over the top. But they came back against East Central the other day and beat them by, I think, 30. Now, you might say East Central. I think East Central is down 35 by Sandstone and
Okay.
those places.
Is that like a combination of
Yeah,
schools
it's a
again?
combination of schools. And you might say East Central. Oh, yeah, they're a Class A school, but according to the Hibbing coach, they have been in their section finals for a couple years,
Oh,
and they looked tough. I mean, they weren't pushovers by any means, but Hibbing's had the ability to start second halves really strong, so they pulled away and.
yeah. Well, you talk about the fun times, going to watch the hockey. Basketball pretty fun to watch now too. With the way the kids that are playing, and you got some good talent.
Yeah, they do. There's very good talent there.
Tomorrow night ought to be fun. Okay.
Oh, they
Cloquet
go to
tomorrow night.
Cloquet, I believe, don't they?
Oh,
That's at home. So they host Cloquet tomorrow. That's a section game, so we'll see how that goes. And then girls basketball,
Ugh.
unfortunately, went down to Aiken, had a lead, 10-point lead, and then they lost by 10. So they got to do something.
Yeah, they've had a tough couple of games here. They lost by 70 at one point, and then they lost again against Aiken. But they don't give up, which is really nice to see. I think we made that comment about the football team this year that, in the past, some of the players have had a tendency to stop playing as well as they could. But the girls basketball program, they got young kids playing, young talent, and some of the older girls are, doing their best to carry that, and they hadn't, not like they haven't won a game.
No, they've been okay.
Yeah.
But they go to Chisholm tonight.
Interesting against
So it'll be-
former boys coach Joel McDonald.
Yes. And Chisholm's, they're formidable. I mean, they've got players.
Yeah, they got three really good, my understanding, three good players that kind of carry the load for the team, and one of the girls is the top cross country runner for.
Yeah, Olivia Pascuzzi,
So
and
she never comes off the floor.
Avea Dobis Fontaine, and then Josie Baumgart's really
Yep.
starting to step up for them. And the two Worley sisters are out there, and then it's gonna be a tough game
Yep.
for them, especially over in Chisholm.
And then my granddaughter was telling me they practiced in the old high school gym last night, so they get used to playing on a gym that Chisholm has like that.
Yeah, that's probably a smart thing to do. Wrestling, I have not heard, and I have not looked to see how they've been doing in these tournaments. I just don't, for some reason, I'm not getting results. So I can't talk about wrestling.
That's both boys and girls.
Yes. But I know their only home meet is like in January. So,
Hard to believe.
yeah,
Back in the day,
yeah.
they used to have those tournaments, especially the Christmas tournaments, at the Lincoln. I'm sorry, at the girls' high school gym. They have three mats out there, and you got three matches going at a time. It was pretty wild.
Yeah, those are the Hibbing duels.
Yeah.
Those are 8 teams, and those were the days, boy,
Yeah.
when wrestling was.
Well, the show was up in the stands.
Yeah, all the.
We talk
fans.
about swimming being nuts.
Yeah,
Wrestling fans are just like you see on TV.
yeah, yeah. WCW.
I remember my brother. I have a younger brother that wrestled and in high school, made it to state a couple of years. But my grandmother watched him on TV, or not. She go, "I can't watch you on TV because I don't want to see you getting hit like."
that.
She thinks they're wrestling like the professionals, So
So swimming, I know they were at Superior, but I did not get results from that.
Eesh.
So I don't know how they did. I don't know what's going on there.
Are you
either.
using your luster or?
I don't know. Maybe it's time to get out.
Told you that 32 years ago. How long you been there?
Boy, 34, 35
Yeah, that's
years.
a pretty good guess, huh?
That's a long time.
Well, when they name that press box after you, that'll be really nice.
Yeah, I'm sure that's going to happen.
Putting the pressure on.
Skiing,
Yeah.
Alpine, I know the boys were, I think, 4th or 5th at Giants Ridge last week. And then, I don't know, I can't remember where the girls placed. But, so they're hitting their season already. I know they have one coming up, a meet, I think today at up in Grand Marais.
Oh, okay.
So they'll
Long ride.
yeah, it's a long way to go. But, good luck to everybody there.
I'd like to find out if there's a difference when you do ski on natural snow or man-made snow. I wonder if there's
Oh.
a difference.
I don't-
That's some question that one of our young or old watchers out there can send us a
Send
note and
us
let
a
us
note.
know.
Yeah, we get so many of those.
Yeah.
So
Call-
many emails.
Just call Ron at 555-1555.
Yep.
Don't call that number. We get some Hollywood producer.
Yeah.
Okay, that's mostly high school, college basketball. That's about it, right?
Yeah, the Cardinals they're up and down, I think. They got beat the other day by Dakota County, and they have one game coming up I want to say next week before Christmas. And then they'll be off until the new year, I think. And then they'll start. I think they still have a non-conference game to start after the semester starts again, and then they'll start conference.
Okay.
So we'll see. Hopefully, Kenzie has those guys working like a machine by the
Yeah.
time that starts up. I want to say that I got a story coming up Sunday on the U.S. Olympic curling. Both the men and the women qualified.
No more Schuster.
No, it's the first time. What did Phil? I talked to Phil Drobnik, and he said it's the first time since 2006 that a U.S. team will not be skipped by Tim Somerville or
Schuster.
John Schuster
Wow.
in the Olympics. Danny Casper, though, he's very capable with his young team. They're all in their 20s.
Well, the brooms are changing hands, right?
So they should be all right. And I didn't talk to them or the women's team's coach curl skipped by Tabitha Peterson. They've been there. A couple of those women have been there before. One is a rookie. And then, so we'll see.
Are any of them like Minnesota born?
I'm not sure where they're from. I did
Okay.
not ask. But Casper is from, I think, out east.
Okay.
But he had to get through. He had to get through Schuster in a best 2 out of 3, just to qualify for the U.S.
Oh, wow.
And then they had to go up to British Columbia, Canada, to actually earn a berth. And they ended up 6-1, I believe, in the round robin. And then the 1 and 2 seeds met. They met Japan, I believe, Japan or China, and won 9-4. So that qualified them, and then Japan and China had to play
Okay.
to see where the second team was, because there was already 8 berths.
Isn't there something coming out of Evelyn? Some big national
Oh, I don't know, maybe.
Olympic trial term or something?
No, well, they had the Pan America, the Pan.
Oh, that was it,
Continental
maybe.
Games
Okay.
at the Iron Trail Event Center.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's not an easy road. And then they had to do that because last year at the Worlds, the United States didn't place high enough to get an automatic berth. So they had a ways to go before they qualified.
Good.
So
Well,
now
good luck
good
to
luck
them.
to both of them before and maybe medal. That would be great.
Speaking of the Olympics, have you seen the commercial for the USA men's hockey team?
No.
They showed those 2 fights from last year when they says, yeah, we're getting ready. We're practicing for the Canadians. We're going to be ready for
Wow.
them. They got Chuck, is that how you pronounce it?
Yes.
Him and his brother beating the crap out of 2 guys. They go, yeah, we're ready to go. They go, they lick their-
Yeah, I think I've seen one where John Hamm's talking to him about being nice and considerate
yeah,
and courteous
yeah,
and all that stuff, and they're like, no.
No.
So it's a funny commercial. I don't know if that's the same one you're talking about.
Could
but
be.
Yeah.
All right, so that's most of the amateur or local stuff. I guess we could dig into the,
We'll go start with the Wild. What did you?
this is the first time since 2007 that all three professional sports in Minnesota won on the same day.
Yeah, they all, and I don't think they've played on the same day a whole lot.
No, they don't.
I think it's only been twice.
And they had them scheduled because the Wild were first, the Wolves were second, and, what's the other
Vikings.
team?
Well,
Yeah,
the
Vikings.
Vikings. Yeah, don't forget that.
Yeah, well,
So,
but the
But-
Wild are hot.
yeah, they're. What did you think? My son, I think on Saturday morning, goes, "Did you hear about the Wild?" And I said, "No." He goes,
The trade?
"They got Quinn Hughes," and I'm like, "Who's Quinn Hughes?"
Only one of the top defensemen in the league.
That shows how with it I am, I
Yeah.
guess. I mean,
Well,
I've heard of
they don't have newspapers in Vancouver.
no, but I know there's three brothers.
Yes.
And I know two of them play for New Jersey, but I'm like, that name kind of caught me off guard when he said that. And I said, well, who did they give up? And he goes, well, they gave up Marco Rossi, Zeev Boyum, and Liam Ogren. And I'm like, really? They gave up Boyum? I don't.
Who had a goal the other?
Yeah,
So all three of them,
Rossi scored. Oh, Ogren scored. I don't know if Rossi
Rossi,
scored.
but all three have contributed to Vancouver, and then Quentin, he comes here and gets his first goal the first game. So,
Yeah. So I mean, what does that say about Bill Guerin and what he thinks about this season?
well, I just heard last night too, not to get away from hockey. He's a minority owner in the Twins now too.
Well, at least their owner is Leopold.
Or whoever.
Leopold's
Yeah.
one of the minority. I don't know Bill.
But anyways, back to, I think that's a great move on his part. And, they've got some young kids that they can trade. And they said he made the offer, and that was it. He wasn't going to back down from the offer. And they've got Quinn, and it seems like everybody's very happy on the Wild. Is it the last move they're going to make? No.
We'll see.
No,
I don't know what else he has. I don't know what
Yeah.
else he can trade now, unless
Yeah. You never know.
Well, you don't. And so yeah, I mean, he's already had an impact. My question is does he want to stay here?
They have him through next year.
Yes.
And then, but they're the only team that can offer him a contract after that. So,
Okay.
so yeah, I guess the chains are on.
Well, the talk is he wants to be with his brothers and have all three brothers on
We'll
the same
go get them
team.
then.
Well, yeah, bring them in.
Yeah.
Wild are the fourth best team in the whole league.
More the merrier. Have all the Hughes brothers here, and we'll take that.
Ron was just saying they're the fourth best team in the league right now.
right now.
Colorado's playing out
Oh,
of
they're
sight.
playing out of their minds, and
Yeah.
Dallas is certainly doing that too.
Yeah.
And I believe that other than the in the other division in the West, they have still more points than that first place team, don't they? Or
Yeah, Golden Knights got 42,
yeah, we have I think 45 or 46.
but Avalanche is at 55.
Yeah.
Got to
So
beat that Vegas team though. They always have
Wow.
it in for Minnesota.
But the obvious thing is the NHL playoffs are screwed up. They don't go 1-8, 2-7,
No.
4-6. So if you finish third, you're playing either Dallas or whoever right away out of the gate. That's BS. I don't care.
Sounds like they're officiating.
Well, it's all bad. So
Timberwolves.
lost last night to John Morant-less Grizzlies team
Yeah, at home
at home
without Edwards.
for the third straight game.
Third game. Yep.
You know how bad is his foot? I mean, I
That's another mystery.
but
Could it be a toenail?
yeah. But I'll say they do have Oklahoma City coming up maybe tomorrow. So if they wanted to sit him out for one more game and have him healthy for OKC, then I guess I don't have an issue with it.
Yeah.
Because they're going to need him.
Well,
Because that
OKC's
team
going
is,
to beat them anyways.
well, that's another team that's
25-1 or something.
yeah, they
whatever
lost
they are.
twice, I think.
Yeah.
Now. And then the question on pardon the interruption this week was are the Thunder vulnerable? They lost the second game and now they're vulnerable.
Yeah.
No, I don't. Come on. I mean, I know Wilbon and Kornheiser are great at what they do, but why would you even bring vulnerable up?
Yeah, that's like saying that, well, they decided, well, let's take a night off and, so we got 2 losses, big deal.
Yeah, I mean, come on. So whoever asked that, somebody mentioned that. I didn't know that offhand until I heard it.
And whose record are they trying to is it Curry, when Curry was playing?
Well, whatever. I don't know what's the
Golden
fewest
State
losses
had,
in NBA history is, but if they like finish 72-10, I mean, come on. That
And they get in the playoffs and lose the first round.
yeah, that would be something. But we'll see. I mean, they have to, if the Wolves want to compete, they have to get by Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens there. But they can't be losing the games to Memphis
No.
at this point, because I think they're like 6th in the West right now, and you don't want to be near that.
You gotta keep
play-in
dropping,
game.
yeah.
You want to be near it.
Okay, here's your favorite team. Pulled one out Sunday night,
But yeah, they did.
the Minnesota Vikings. Now the big trade rumor is Kansas City wants to go after JJ or
Oh, I've
go
never
after
heard
Jefferson.
that.
Oh yeah.
You hear more than I do then.
Well, I have my sources.
But his big thing is he's 168 yards away from 1,000
Yeah, and they're going to
And
try to
will he
keep forcing
get
the
it
ball to
by the end of
the season.
yeah. And he's got 3 games to do it. Well, if he's going to do it on Sunday, because the Giants' defense is awful. But they have to throw it to him.
Well, they tried throwing it to him in Dallas, and either overthrew it or threw it past him, or
Well, he was
Or
and
double team.
he also
Yeah.
dropped one, which was about
the one in the end zone.
25 to 30 yards, which would have helped his cause out a little bit.
And there was a penalty that called that.
Well, there was one he caught in the end zone that was the penalty
Penalty,
that called it
yeah.
back. But there was another one I guess he dropped.
I have to admit, they look pretty good.
Oh, they did, and he's coming. It's only 8 starts.
Yeah,
I mean, he's 4-4. Give him a break.
yeah.
I mean, I know it's the quarterback's the most important position, but
What did you think about his celebration?
The hurt,
Got it.
the hurdy-gurdy.
yeah, that he doesn't have to do that. I mean, he could have just ran right into the
That's
end
his
zone.
personality, though.
I
That's what
know,
they
but-
keep saying.
Like the old Vikings under Bud Grant would get a touchdown and they'd go hand the ball, I think, to the official.
That was a rule. They had to
Yeah.
do that.
Just handed the ball to the
Yep.
official and go celebrate on the sideline.
Unfortunately, though, it's the pros, college, and even high school kids do it now.
No, they're all doing it.
But anyways, hey, we made it.
Yeah. So hey, for Mike Egan, I'm Gary Gimbetti. We'll see you again.
And for everybody here at our show, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas on Home Team Advantage.
For over 25 years, U.S. Bank, located at 211 East Howard Street in Hibbing, Minnesota, has provided office and studio space for Hibbing Public Access Television. We are thankful for their ongoing support. Up North Lettering specializes in embroidery and heat vinyl press applications, along with patches and letter jackets. For more information, call them at 218-966-7850. HPAT would like to thank them for their donation and support.